Bismillah ar-Rahman Rahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear viewers. In the last video, we have discussed about the basic definitions of physics, its scope, and mathematical form. In this video, we will explain the physical quantities. So, what are physical quantities? Physical quantities can be defined in many ways. Number one, those quantities which can be measured experimentally or calculated theoretically. Examples of physical quantities are length, time, mass, speed, temperature, energy, momentum, etc. So according to the first definition, length can be measured using meter rule, time can be measured experimentally using stopwatch. So these similarly temperature can be measured using thermometer and so on. So these are the experimental calculations measurement of these quantities, but there are some quantities which cannot be measured experimentally. So for that to calculate we use mathematical formulas such like momentum can be calculated theoretically using formula P is equal to mv, where m is the mass of the body and v is the velocity of the body. This is linear momentum. Similarly, we can measure the energy. We can measure the energy using theoretical calculations. So those quantities should be considered as physical quantities which can be measured experimentally or either that can be calculated using mathematical formulas. Now, in the next definition, according to this definition, those quantities in terms of which the laws of physics are expressed are known as physical quantities. According to the second definition, the physical quantities should be considered those quantities which are used to express the laws of physics. For example, if you want to write the Newton's second law of motion, then we can get that law by combining by the algebraic operations of these three quantities. That is, F represents the force on the body, m is the mass of that body on which force is applied, and a is the acceleration produced in the body due to the applied force. So these three are the physical quantities which we combined in different way in a specific way to write the mathematical expression for the Newton second law of motion. Therefore, to express the physical laws, we are need to define some physical quantities. For example, if we write another law, for example, we have to write Ohm law. So V is equal to IR. That is, V represents the voltage. This is also a physical quantity. I represents the electric current, and R represents resistance of the conductor of the material. So these quantities combinedly shows the Ohm law. Now, according to the third definition, a physical quantity can be expressed as a value which is the algebraic multiplication of a numerical value and a unit. So what does it mean? It means that if we multiply a numerical value with a specific unit, then it becomes a physical quantity. So, according to this definition, if we multiply 5 with a unit that is meter, then it becomes 5 meter. It means 5 meter represents a physical quantity which is known as length. So, when we multiply a unit with a numerical value, then it becomes a physical quantity. This is another definition. There are some quantities which are known as non-physical quantities. So what are non-physical quantities? Those quantities which cannot be measured either experimentally or theoretically is known as non-physical quantities. These are nothing but feelings. For example, happiness, sadness, hate, love, etc. These cannot be measured using theoretical calculation or either experimental techniques. So these quantities are known as non-physical quantities. Thank you for watching this video. In the next video, we will discuss the unit of physical quantity as well as magnitude of physical quantity.